So good to see you guys. I'm Elise. For those of you that don't know me, I am the creator of Barre, which is our amazing new program that drops on the 3rd, you guys. It was so exciting to see all of your excitement for Barre and so many people loving the sample workout that Beachbody was inspired to up the launch by 10 days. So start 2020 powerfully. I'm so excited to see you guys. I'd love to take any questions you have. Just feel free to write them in the comments. But a little bit about me, since all of you guys are existing BOD members, most of you probably know me from the 3-week yoga retreat. And it was such a joy to introduce so many of you guys to yoga and the power of, the mind, the heart, and then of course the body, and the importance of functional training and keeping your body super healthy. So Barre Blend basically takes that to the next level. So Barre is traditionally very based in physical therapy, which is phenomenal. But it's known for its incredible burn. So Barre Blend and creating Barre Blend, if you guys are on Instagram, I shared my personal physical transformation 60 days from the day before I started working on creating Barre Blend to 60 days later, and the physical transformations are truly astounding. So I know, you guys as BOD members, physical results is a hugely important part of what motivates you. And I want to guarantee you that you guys are going to get results. Like, I can't even believe I've managed to keep my abs with the number of holiday cookies and treats that I've eaten. I kept my Shakeology on point. I would have a Shakeology every day. And I was doing Barre Blend, so I was able to keep all of my amazing after results in just 25 minutes a day. And when I say I indulge, I indulge. So we're Italian, so our traditional Christmas dinners are spaghetti bolognese. My mom came to visit and made all my favorite childhood cookies, and Barre kept me in my results. So it's been really exciting to build, and really exciting to hear all of you who have gotten early access. Oh, hi, Kim. So great. Oh, hi, Amy. All my friends I know from Instagram. I really love connecting with all of you guys in BOD, because you're so aware, you get it. You understand the importance of fitness. You understand the importance of nutrition. And my goal in creating Barre Blend that I want to message, it's a perennial program, of course. It has massive amounts of replayability because there are 3 levels. So in an ideal world, you would do Barre Blend once through the 60 days, following only the modifier, which will still get you shredded results. But you'll get that really fabulous alignment, hip stability, joint stability, safety. Yes, it's safe for pre and postnatal. It's designed to prevent injuries and actually help healing from injuries. That's actually was the basis of the creation of Barre. And then you would go through it again, 60 days doing the mid-level, maybe adding 1 pound to your weights. And then you could go through it a 3rd time, attempting some of the intensifications. But what I wanted to share about Barre Blend that I think makes it very unique and very special, and very important that we do it as a VIP access, the early access, is because I really designed it as a new decade program. Beyond the physical results, which are very impressive. I've shared some of Kim's before and afters. I've shared some of our test groups before and afters. And then I shared my first ever before and afters. And no matter your level of fitness, this program will take it to the next level. So, I was in shape and felt good about my body before. I didn't even know I was a before until I started creating Barre Blend and doing the work and seeing my body just get into absolute elite athlete peak physical shape. And if you don't know me and you haven't really seen my story, I'm recently entered my 40s, and the older we get past 35, it's harder to build new muscle. It's harder to get shaped and toned, because our body has to have really, really thoughtful work to create those changes, and Barre Blend does that. But one of the reasons that it is designed as a new decade program, you may have seen some posts with the affirmation cards and all of this. My goal for 2020 is to have all of us enter this new decade feeling our best, looking our best, having that self-confidence that makes us come alive. So I want everyone to be able to crush their goals for this new decade. I want us to put aside old mindsets that might be holding us back, right? We're all affected by things that happen in life. If you've seen my Meet the Trainer video, I shared some of the challenges, a career-ending injury, my journey, in trying to have a child, and a lot of things that maybe didn't go according to plan. But when I was able to repurpose some of those obstacles into opportunities for gratitude and a deeper and different kind of connection, my life, just started elevating to the point here where I get to live my dream and spend time with you guys here on Beachbody On Demand. And that's what I want for all of us. So if you are someone who feels stress, if you struggle with anxiety, depression, if you're, wondering kind of what's next for you, or maybe you're feeling awesome and you just have like mind-blowing goals you want to accomplish in 2020, forget about the incredible physical results you'll get, which are a non-starter conversation. You will get the results. If you did all 60 days following the modifier, you will be shocked at the tone and the shredding that you get in your body. But beyond that, on January 6th, Monday, the first Monday of the new decade, we will start together. And every day we draw a card, an affirmation card, everything from I am triumphant, I am motivated, I am empowered, I am vibrant, I am awesome, to I am patient, I am forgiving, I am present. And all of these things that I weave into the Barre Blend workouts are really designed to help you rediscover you. Right? All of us, like no matter how intent we are on our fitness or in our life goals, we all go through periods of self-doubt. I haven't met anyone in 20 years of teaching, no matter how beautiful, no matter how confident, no matter how successful, haven't gone through times of self-doubt or questioning, what's next or how they're feeling about things. And Barre Blend, I really think, has a special power to help you rise into that best version of yourself that's just dying to come out in this new decade. So I wanted to share that because I know a lot of times when we're BOD members, the mentality is just to kind of wait for the program to drop in Beachbody On Demand, which won't happen until summer. And that's great because you'll be hopefully on your third round by then. But to get the digital add-on for you guys who are already Barre Blend members, for $49.95, you get all of the Barre Blend programming, all of this amazing work that goes beyond the physical to the mental and emotional. I've taught Barre in LA for many, many years, and it's about $40 a class now. $40 for one live class, not to mention babysitting and parking and all of those things. So literally for $49, you guys get 60 days of Barre Blend. You get, if you're a coach, you get direct access to me for 3 full weeks, daily check-ins on the Facebook official group. But guess what, you guys, because I love the BOD members so much, even if you're not a coach, I'm going to be doing all 60 days with you starting on January 6th, and I'll be sharing my journey, my feelings, my challenges starting on January 6th, and I'll be doing that on my Facebook and my Instagram, so my personal social media platforms. So find me on Instagram. It's really where I'm most active, and my handle is at Elise Joan Fitness, and I'll be sharing with you too. So I really feel strongly that the maximum amount of benefits from this Barre Blend program will come from starting the new decade. Like, all the energy is there, the time is now, and I want you to feel this joy of movement. And if you're looking at some of the other stories from on-demand members who've tried the sample workout, almost everyone who tries the sample workout is blown away by how challenging it is. Some of the feedback I've gotten is they didn't know it would be 30 minutes of nonstop. It is non-stop. We go from cardio intervals to strength intervals, and my signature cardio intervals are really special and incredibly unique because they are body sculpting cardio intervals that are low impact. Now, the intensifier, for those of you that love to jump, I teach you how to do it safely. Your foot without shoes is actually designed to absorb impact in a healthier way than wearing sneakers and jumping. So there are safe jumping options that I'll offer you once you go through the program, if that's your jam. But the modifications and the mid-level, which is how I got my results, those are all no impact or low impact moves that will skyrocket your heart rate. And I know there's a lot of doubters, and people say, how can you build strength with 2-pound weights? My encouragement to you, try the sample workout and you tell me how strong you feel with those 2-pound weights. And just to give you like a little bit of background, I posted my before and afters, and that's exclusively from doing Barre Blend, Barre moves, and my signature cardio intervals. That's how I got the results. But after Barre Blend wrapped November 15th, I went back and I have a friend who teaches heavy weights at Equinox. So I went to take a heavy weights class, and I went there, and I'm literally like kept going back for heavier and heavier weights. I'm using 35s, I'm using 40s doing squats. I'm like, this feels so easy compared to Barre Blend. You get to take breaks, and you don't have, you get a rest between each rep. Like, the strength that I got from Barre Blend translated to all my strength training. And I share that with you because Beachbody, as you know, has so many incredible programs. So maybe you were intimidated by the work or by Lift 4. After doing Barre Blend, you'll be able to approach those programs with new strength, new abilities, new insights. So I really think that this program, I designed it for absolutely everyone. So whether you're brand new to fitness, maybe you've never touched your toes, you're really inflexible, this program is for you. I have the modifier there to help you increase your range of motion, both in joint mobility, which is so important. I want all of us to have our original joints that we were born with when we lived to be 106. So I've got you. You know, you're 100 pounds, 150 pounds overweight. This program is amazing for you. It is designed to help you get the results while being safe for your body. Maybe you're prenatal, you're postnatal, you're recovering from an injury and you've gotten doctor's approval to do classes. Maybe you just want to prevent injuries in your life and up-level your confidence. This program is for you. I don't know if she's on here yet, but Danielle Natoni, one of our, obviously elite coaches and loves the super powerful program. She is loving the program and the intensity. And I know if we can make her sweat and burn, we can make you sweat and burn. So I really am proud of the 3 levels that I created that offer everyone a chance to thrive. And this program is not a punishment for your body. This program is an absolute celebration of what your body is capable of now. I want you to love yourself. I want you to be confident in yourself as you take the journey, right? So many people wait until they meet a specific physical goal before they feel good about themselves, or they body shame themselves, or they look at their workout as a punishment for what they ate last night. And I want to repurpose all of that. I created Barre Blend so that you look forward to doing these workouts. You will start to crave the burn that is unmistakable. You will start to crave the sense of humor and the camaraderie of the cast. Our cast is full of people from my test group who had incredible results. We had 2 women. One was a professional dancer and one had never really done a fitness program before in our cast. And they were both body positive. And by the end of Barre Blend, they literally had to change their wardrobe out because they went down so many sizes. And it's really impressive that those kind of physical results. But beyond that is the joy that they experience and we experience and I experience when doing this program. It is fun. I think you will love it. It is for all shapes and sizes, all ages. Some of our cast members in their early 20s, and they're huffing and puffing, and I'm recently entered my 40s, and we're all there doing the workouts, getting what we need out of them. And because I'd been working on creating Barre Blend for about 4 or 5 months before we started filming, I am like killing it, and 20-year-olds behind me are huffing and puffing, right? And our cast is so amazing. But just the few months of doing Barre Blend before filming, I couldn't believe my stamina, my endurance, the fact that I can talk through some of these cardio moves. And it's really a testament to the physical results that you'll get. I'm wondering if anyone has questions.
Okay, there's one question from Jessica. My feet
Hi,
and
Jessica.
ankles are sore from plies.
Oh, yeah.
Any tips?
Yeah, so there's a couple tips. So plies, your feet and ankles are sore. The first thing I recommend when you get cramping in your feet or sore ankles is to make sure you're hydrated. I always do the Beachbody Hydrate before and the Beachbody Recover after, so that could be helpful. A lot of times those Charlie horses could be from dehydration. The other part, I get a lot of, that happens a lot if this kind of joint mobility is new to you. So what Barre Blend does, right, in your ankles, see if I can get my ankle in here, right? Oh, I have black pants, so you can't really see. But so you point and flex the foot, right? You get ankle extension when you point and ankle flexion. In our lives and in most workout programs, you're almost consistently in ankle flexion, meaning when you stand, when you do squats, when you do lunges, you're almost always in ankle flexion, which means that you're probably limited in mobility in the ankle extension. And when we do releves and when we do plies, it takes some time to get that mobility. So, short of bone-to-bone compression, which is where, the hinge joint, the bones start touching, you can't do anything beyond that mobility. give it some time, do some rollouts. I would just recommend, like you could with your wrist, with your ankle, just roll out the foot in each direction in between. When the program launches, I have some roll and replenish classes that can help with that. But it's basically like with any fitness maneuver, right? I'm sure the first time you did a squat, you felt a little sore, you weren't really sure about the alignment. Give it some time. If you're feeling your ankles and foot, that's totally normal, and want to be sure you're not feeling your knees. That's the big issue there. But great question.
And then there's a question about what are the pants you wear that cover your ankle?
Okay, this is my signature style, you guys, and it comes from dance. They are just regular pants that I pull down over my ankle. So I know we have a couple new Beachbody pants coming out and that I wear in the program, and they're extra long. So I'm 5'6", and I always buy pants that are extra long. So Lululemon makes a Wonder Under, and I use the Aloe as well. The new Beachbody line is like butter. It's like pale pink. I can't wait for those to come out. I wore them in the program as often as possible. So yeah, I just pull them down. I create my own. I dance to my own tune, which you will do too after 60 days of Barre Blend. Any other questions?
Do you want to show some moves?
Yeah, so oh gosh, I'm seeing all your questions now. Would it be okay post-abdominal surgery? I mean, you always want to get cleared by your doctor, but if you've been cleared, it's actually amazing. Some women have just posted their results after having some diastasis recti and various things that Barre Blend actually helped extremely just in the first 10 workouts. So if you've been cleared, it's great to help re-strengthen your abdominals and lengthen the spine. And yeah, so I thought I'd show a few moves. For those of you that do join me on my Instagram, about 2 hours ago, I said, what kind of move do you guys want to see? And the overwhelming response, I think from like 90% of you, booty moves. And I had some specific requests for a move called the pretzel. So I don't know if you're brand new to Barre Blend, the pretzel will be very challenging, but I also wanted to give you just a little feel for the cardio and the pace of Barre Blend. So
A few more questions.
Oh yeah, I love questions.
What kind of treats did you have while doing Barre Blend?
Treats like to eat? Oh, okay. Well, this is like two very different questions. If you want to talk about the treats that I've been doing while doing Barre Blend on my own with all of you guys during the holiday season, my mom's homemade cookies, spaghetti bolognese, champagne cocktails a couple of times at parties. I really believe in a life of balance. So I eat healthy all day. I get my veggies most, water, hydrate first, all those great to be mindset ideals. I do my Shakeology every day, so I know I'm getting nourished. And then I really let myself indulge this season in those treats because my nutrition was on point. When we were filming Barre Blend, what treats did I have? Well, I got an early access to the peppermint mocha Shakeology. So that was my go-to at lunchtime. And I would make the Recover into a shake as well. So you can make it seem almost like ice cream. I put half a frozen banana, the Recover ice in a blender. Epic and so healthy and really helped with the muscle fatigue. And then other treats. I think I mentioned in some of my coach calls, I have a weakness for mint Klondike bars. So even when filming once a week, I would have a Klondike bar, and I love almond butter. So I would like dip apples in almond butter, healthy things. But I was sharing on my Instagram that, since we wrap November 15th, of course, that's the deadliest season, right? You have Thanksgiving, and then you have Christmas, and you have Hanukkah, and all of these amazing festivities and events. And I don't like the idea of deprivation. I like the idea of living in balance. So Barre Blend helps me maintain the physical results. And this is the first year, I think, over the holidays that I haven't pulled out my jeans that are like one size bigger. I call them my holiday jeans, and started 2020 from behind. Now I'm starting 2020 powerfully ahead of the game, already feeling great. And that way I can take the fitness to the next level.
And one other real quick, can you modify the plie to knees forward?
That's a good question. When we're in internal rotation and the knees are forward, yes, you can. But the answer to your question is complicated because you want it to be in alignment with your own hip mobility. So if it feels better for you to have your knees more forward, it's likely that the head of the femur, which inserts into the hip socket, that the muscles, ligaments, and tendons around your hips maybe haven't done a lot of external rotation. And this is a fabulous question, and I'll do a little demo move to help you out with that in a moment. But here's the deal. I think that highlights one of the things that is why you need Barre Blend. A lot of fitness programs, even amazing fitness programs, are really light on external hip rotation, right? You do lunges, you do squats, you do upper body work, you do front kicks, you do back kicks, you do booty, you do quads. Barre and yoga are very high on external hip mobility. So if you think about it in most of our days, right? If you sit a lot, if you drive a lot, if you stand, if you walk, if you climb stairs, if you do lunges, if you do squats, these are all linear positions of your hips, right? So your hips are facing forward and the head of the femur is there. When we get into external hip rotation, many of us, if you haven't done a program like this, are limited. And this is one of the main reasons people don't have enough mobility. Is one of the main reasons that people need hip replacements, joint replacements later in life, because it's not as glamorous, right? We want to build our quads, build our glutes, build our hamstrings. But if we don't combine that with a healthy mobility in our joints, you'll have a rippling, shredded body. But when you're 50, you won't be able to bend over and tie your own shoes, right? You won't be able to get into and out of a car without pain. So this program, I think that question really highlights why this program is functionally imperative. But let me answer your question for plies. I didn't realize I'd have such a black background, but I think you can see me. So let me step back. So first position, right? You'll see dancers, they'll have a very wide external hip rotation foot position. Not necessary for you. I don't have this kind of turnout. For me, my turnout is much more narrow, which is why in barre, I typically focus on what we call the narrow V position, right? It's a classic barre position. Then when you do, I would recommend trying some releves for the ankle and sole of the foot issue. And then when you're doing plies, we usually lift up. You want to make sure your heels are touching. That helps support your low back. Abs are in. And then when you take your plie, so right now my knees are not fully externally rotated. In our cast, you'll see Jean and some of our professional ballerinas with a much bigger turnout. So the answer is yes, you can move your knees in. The key is you want your knee and your hip in the same line as your front ankle, right? So that you're not moving joints away from each other. So you get low, abs in. I'll show this from the side. And if this is your mobility, this is your mobility. 2 weeks into barre blend, you may be here. 2 weeks later, you may be here. 2 weeks later, you may be here. It's not designed. I show the optimal because that's my job, right? And that's why we have a modifier showing less range of motion. But you should not be in a super deep, massively externally rotated plie unless you have a background in dance or yoga. It's normal that your knees will be more forward, your abs will be in, and as long as you keep that control and you don't feel pain in your knees, you're golden and you will get the results. And that mobility comes with patience and time. And I think barre blend's a great way to help you find that. So I hope that answered questions for some of you.
Another quick question before you do this. 2 quick questions. Will the modifier be visible throughout the workout?
Yes. We have fabulous directors and producers here at Beachbody. So I very meticulously chose my modifier because she gets the most amount of screen time. And I chose Alessandra. She is incredible. If you haven't tried it yet, try the sample workout. I wanted to go a different route. I wanted our modifier to be our most aspirational dancer. So Alessandra, I want to say she's 26, professional dancer. If you check out her Instagram page, you can see these crazy, ridiculous moves she can do. She was our modifier. She has incredible energy. She is very aspirational because I want everyone to start by doing the modifications. And you will see her results from strictly modifying. She could not believe the tone that she developed in the short amount of time of filming. She rehabbed, she was having, dancers go through a lot. They don't care about your alignment in professional dance. They care about these beautiful positions. So at 25, 26, she was having low back pain. She was having knee pain. And one of her biggest takeaways from barre blend was that it literally rehabbed that pain. It rehabbed those injuries just doing the modifications. So she will be visible at all times. You will love her. She is a joy. And I wanted our modifier to be one of the most inspiring people in the program.
Will you lose muscle if you're not lifting heavy?
This is like such a common question. Thank you for asking it because I meant to speak to it. No. And this is what it's very hard for people to wrap their head around and why I want people to give the program a chance and try, the sample workout. I built so much muscle doing this program. I've never seen my abs shredded like this. And mind you, this is after like a whole lot of gingerbread. I'm pretty sure that I ate like 6 men in one whole house entirely by myself with all the extra frosting. Barre blend has shown and developed muscles that I wasn't getting from heavy weights, and it's amazing the work you can get with heavy weights. But if you're doing those heavy weights program, that's incredible. And you will notice that Barre Blend will still work muscles and build strength in a way that your body simply can't with heavier weights. So it's why you'll be shocked how heavy a 1 pound, a 2 pound, or God forbid, a 3 pound weight will feel. I tried to up level in the test group the last 2 weeks to 3 pounds, and I had to set them down and go back to 2s. So you will not lose strength. You will in fact gain strength. You will gain mobility, which will help with your gains when you go back to your heavy lifting. So that's kind of what I was messaging in the beginning, that after doing exclusively Barre Blend for 6 months, going to heavy weight classes, even my teacher was like, what have you been doing? I've never seen you so ripped. I've never seen you so strong. And I'm like, I have not picked up a weight heavier than 2 pounds. 2 pounds, 6 months, gained so much strength. So if you have people who ask you that, please let them know the answer. It's a wonderful question, because I think a lot of people think that this is you're going to lose gains somehow. No, this is a program that the HIIT part will offer the weight loss that you're looking for, and the strength training part, my signature cardio moves, which are actually muscle sculpting, those will give you the gains and the strengths that you want. Now, it is more shredded muscle tone, right? So for men who are looking to bulk up, you need to lift heavy weights to really get big, okay? But that's different. So this is more, I would say, muscular, getting shredded, getting super strong, but it's going to be more the shredded look rather than the big look. So, for those of you guys that are looking for big gains, that would be, your Amwala and your Joel, and I would still recommend doing Barre Blend to have the added mobility and to enhance your physical gains with some of our other great heavy weightlifting programs. Yeah, good. Shall we try some moves, you guys? Let's start off with just some of the warm-up moves. I'm not sure how many of you have